Hello, fellow weirdos, and welcome to a wet, and bloody episode.
I'm soaked.
It's just soaking wet. Of Tangents of Horror. Oh, I'm Brandon.
And I'm Steven.
Hello.
Hey.
And welcome. No,
Oh
sorry.
my God.
What's going on?
Am I caught in a loop?
Why are we wet? Why are we so wet? Because we went to the
raining.
movies. It is raining. I think it stopped.
It's stopped now, but wink.
Whoa, so wet.
Guys, we're soaked, and we went to the movies.
Because we're on a boat. Do you know that reference? I'm on a boat. I guess it wasn't a reference because I didn't say it the
No, you
right
just
way.
kind of said a true statement.
I'm on a boat.
You are.
No?
Does he say a motherfucker after that?
I don't remember. I didn't listen to it much. Everyone
I know
else was
this-
talking about it at the time.
I know the Step Brothers boat song.
It's the
Boats and Hoes.
Andy Samberg's
Oh, that's right.
band.
Yeah.
See, I couldn't even tell you the name. We are reviewing. We don't
the
have to do that with
Last
everything.
Voyage of the Demeter. I was waiting for him to join in with me.
You should have at least finished. You got all the way
Demeter.
there and didn't do the tur
Demeter.
or turd.
I'm
I don't know. Wait till the end of the episode. Also, if you didn't know, this is a Dracula movie.
Don't get scared.
And don't worry, they tell you right at the beginning, too.
Yeah, it's a Dracula movie, guys. A narrator comes on the screen.
Not even that. Do you remember
There's
the
just
writing?
Text, yeah. There's just
It's
text giving you,
text.
like, okay, here's why the movie's being made.
It's literally based on Chapter 7, The Captain's Log from the story
Yeah.
by Bram Stoker, Dracula. And then it goes on to say, the wreckage of the Demeter was found in London,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah,
This
blah, blah,
year.
blah, 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 blah. And then when it goes away, it continues to show you what it just told you.
Yes. Yeah. Who made this darn thing?
Well, it was directed by Andre Uvredal.
Overdahl?
Uvredal?
I've forgotten Overdahl.
There you go.
Yeah. What's his first name? Andre?
Andre.
Overdahl?
Yeah.
There we are.
Nice. Look at you go.
I'm Swedish.
Released on August 11th, which wasn't that long ago.
No, that was like today.
Whoa. Not really.
We saw it opening day, guys.
It's not true.
Just for you guys.
Story by Braji F. Schut.
What'd you call me?
Yeah.
Bless you.
Take it.
Okay.
Budget of only $45 million.
Jeez Louise.
That's very small for a Hollywood movie these days, especially with that sort of
You've
set.
been showing me 80s movies for the past 3 years. So I thought that was a mass point. I thought that was $1 million. That's the most money
It's
ever
funny
put
because
into
I
a movie.
haven't known him that long.
What?
3 years? That's crazy. You wouldn't be my friend still.
That's true. One
Yeah.
more year, guys.
Yeah.
Get it while it's
We're
good.
getting there. That's why that's why we do 2 episodes a week.
That's why.
I want to stack them up.
Oh, yeah. Just to get them while it's good.
Get them was hot and juicy and wet like this movie. Do you like vampires?
I do. And
Er-
let me tell you why.
And I don't mean Twilight, because that's your generation. 100%.
And let me tell you why.
Did those come out when you were in high school? Sorry?
The
Just cut
baseball
you.
scene was iconic.
I've never seen them.
Oh.
I've actually never seen them.
It's...
Wait, they didn't come out when I was in high school, right? No.
What do I want to say? I don't want to say 2004. That's too early. 2000.
It would have to be the same as Harry Potter.
2012. No, it came out.
No, Harry Potter movies came out when I was in high
Oh,
school.
movies.
No, that's, yeah.
2008.
So I may have just been finished high school.
I was freshman high school.
Okay, so yeah.
I was last year elementary, freshman high school.
So yeah, with all the sequels, it's more your generation. So that's not, is that what you think of a vampire?
We know what vampires are. We've seen what goes bump in the night. We saw Sesame Street 1, 2, 3. We know what vampires are.
Okay.
Okay?
All
We had
right.
video games. Vampire.
Video games.
I think it's just called Vampire with a Y, and it got a 3.10.
Vampire?
Vampire. I don't know, dude. We know what vampire are.
Okay. Do you know what Dracula is?
I'm aware
Okay.
of who he is. I played Castlevania.
Okay.
So
All
that's
right.
my
Nice.
idea.
Nice. I like it.
The Japanese have taught me this folklore.
Do you have a favorite vampire movie?
I wonder if I've seen Nosferatu. I don't know if I have.
Have you seen any other vampire movies? Obviously Twilight.
Little Vampire?
That's so weird because I was thinking that. That's what the little kid with the glasses, right?
Like Stuart Little looking kid.
I think he is from Stuart Little. Yeah, I know him from Jerry Maguire.
Oh, okay.
I think that may have been his first movie.
Oh,
I
wow.
always thought he looked like a little Jim, or not Jim Carrey, Drew Carey.
A little. You're right.
Like his. Well, even now, yeah.
I could see that. No, I don't think I've watched a vampire movie. I don't think they exist. I don't think they exist.
They're not real.
They're not real. Just like vampire.
Like meese and moose.
Like meese, and geese.
I call moose meese because when there are more of them,
you have to.
Mooses
signify.
doesn't sound right.
No, that would be
moose doesn't even sound right to me.
So deer doesn't sound right to you?
Oh wow. Oh, what do you do with that? The door.
You turn deer into the door?
The door?
And don't let it hit you on the way out.
Oh, come on, just a little.
I've never seen a vampire movie.
Just on my ass?
What's coming up with your head? What's coming up with your head? In your head, what's coming up with it?
My favorite vampire movie?
Yeah. When you think about it.
That's tough.
Can you imagine he says this one?
No.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
Bram Stoker's Dracula is pretty good. That's like the main one. I have to see a lot more of them, to be honest.
Okay.
I like the Universal ones.
Yeah.
There's ones with Christopher Lee that I would like to see. You've seen Lord? No, you haven't seen Lord of the Rings.
No.
He plays the bad wizard in those.
Gandalf the Grey.
Have you seen all the Star Wars movies?
No.
Any of them?
Probably, but young.
The prequels?
Probably, but young.
Oh, so no.
I can tell you what happens.
Oh, okay. Everyone can tell you what happens in Star Wars.
On the N64, I had the racer, Star Wars Racer.
Pod Racer.
Pod Racer, so fucking good.
I have that on my PlayStation.
Oh, it's so good. And they play the Cantina theme when you're in the main menu.
I whoop ass at that game.
All right.
But The Last Voyage of the Demeter, starring Javier Botet as Dracula a la Nosferatu, apparently.
Yeah. They put in the credits. It's real.
Ailing
Aisling?
Francoisi?
Francoisi? I don't know if you'd shut that. Aisling Francoisi.
As Anna.
The
only female character on the whole ship.
Yeah.
That's a big ship.
Well, that's what ships used to be back then.
Oh, Corey Hawkins.
Corey Hawkins as Clemens.
Oh, wow. Liam Cunningham.
As the Captain Elliot.
David Dalmatian.
Dalmatian. I think he's the 103rd.
Oh, okay.
Wojak.
He is one of the greatest character actors out there right now. I'm just putting that out there. Yeah.
Wow.
He's been like The Dark Knight Rises. No, The Dark Knight Returns with the Joker and shit.
Okay.
He was in the Gotham TV show. He's been in a bunch of stuff. Chris Wally.
As Abrams.
And returning from another review we've done.
John?
No, Woody Norman.
Who the hell's that?
He played little Toby.
Oh, Toby, because he was also the boy in Babadook.
No. Try again.
He kind of looks like him.
We reviewed a movie that he was in.
Little boy?
That he was in. Woody Norman.
This just came out now, so was he in Talk to Me? No, he's not Australian. What other No, there's no kids in Scream.
Oh, wait. Technically, at the point of this episode...
Have we watched something in the past hour that I don't know? But
yeah.
Cobweb?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's Peter.
Peter?
Yeah, he's Sarah's little brother.
He was Lois Griffin's husband.
Whoa.
Peter.
That's crazy.
Thanks, man.
So yeah, this shit opens with that text crap that we were talking about.
Yeah, it opens with the text just to give the audience who are all like 18 that don't know what vampire are. And it's like, okay, so this is based off a book.
It was unnecessary.
I enjoyed it because I didn't have any source knowledge going into it. So it honestly kind of set the mood for me. I understand why it's there, and I think that's why it was there.
If the next scene wasn't exactly what was in the text, I would get that.
I liked it. No, honestly,
okay, so I guess it's for people like you.
And I know Vampire. I play Skyrim. I know Dungeons and Dragon. I know Vampire, but kind of the source material from how did Dracula come to be? Like, I didn't know much of his origin.
Yeah.
In this specific, whoever wrote the book lore.
Bram Stoker.
Yeah, because Dracula, fucking Castlevania Dracula is a whole different lore, I'm sure, than this. So he was, I learned he was originally from Romania, Transylvania, Romania. And then this ship was carrying him?
Yeah, to London.
And then it later on to say there was, we get the shot of these Englishmen running down, because I see it from the lighthouse, running down to catch this ship that's been what's it called when a beached whale? It's been kind of beached onto the rocks. Capsized? Well, capsized is turned around.
Oh.
I'll say beached.
Shipwrecked? Isn't that just shipwrecked?
Wrecked onto rocks.
Yeah.
Wreck-It Rocks.
A Wreck-It Rocks.
Which, nope, that was a completely different actor we're talking about.
Yeah, that was in something else. That was something we were watching on YouTube.
Brother.
Yeah, I loved the opening scene. You see all I think they're all policemen of the time.
Something like that, with their cool rain jackets.
Captains and deputies and whatnot, and the one guy gets there, he's a little late.
Yeah.
There's already people coming off the ship and checking it out, and the one guy's like, oh my God.
Yeah, he talks to some shell-shocked policeman who was on board.
He's like, what the fuck's your problem?
There's no survivors.
It's all bloody in there.
It's all bloody.
The book.
It's cursed.
This waterproof book.
And this waterproof book is the captain's log. And
yes.
This whole movie is based off of
Chapter 7.
Chapter 7
of Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Bram Stoker Dracula.
But it's crazy they had waterproof paper and ink. It's insane.
They probably dipped it in honey.
Oh, I like honey. Winnie the Pooh. He's a big fan of honey.
Yeah, I heard about this guy.
Wow.
Did he ever get stung?
Hell no. Maybe.
Had it too easy.
I mean, it didn't stop him.
Yeah.
Could have stopped him. Yeah, we see all that, and then he's looking at the journal. We start to hear like a little narration, and then it goes back in time like 4 weeks or some shit.
Yeah, something like that. A few fortnights.
And we see
2 of them.
Yeah, it goes to Bulgaria because that's where they're shipping off from.
Okay.
To London.
Bulgaria to London.
Yeah,
it's not Romania.
I guess not here.
I don't know if Romania has an ocean, so that might make sense.
Yeah, man. Well, you got to remember too. At one point, because in this scene we see
Horse and Boogie.
We see the captain and Wojciech finding more crew members.
Well, first we see Horse and Boogie. Horse and Buggy.
For
carrying the boxes that's going to be loaded onto the ship. So we can assume that this horse and buggy was coming from Romania to give the ship.
Well, that's what I was getting to, but I don't know if we see that first.
We see that very first.
Do we?
And then we see it moving into the city, and then that's when we see Toby. You're right, because Toby was
the kid
with the captain, and the captain said, "Go off, Toby. Don't be long."
Yeah, because I think he gets the crew first.
You're right. When you're right,
it's all
you're right.
good.
When you're right, dude.
Because he goes up to like the one-eyed Willie guy. No, he doesn't even go up to him. They're like, "We need to find a crew," and he jumps out and he's like, "I'll do it." And everyone around him just laughs because he's like scarred up and has one eye.
Man.
And they're like, "No, we're good." He goes back in line. And we meet Clemens.
Yes.
Who is a doctor and an astrologist,
well-educated man.
But they don't want him either because they need working men.
Is Wojciech with the captain at this point?
I think Wojciech's the one interviewing everyone.
Okay, yes. Yeah,
because he shakes Clemens' hands and he's like checking him out, and they're like, pretty boy hands,
I thought he was going to do a racist at one point, and I think that's kind of what they're hinting at, because I was like, oh, you look well-educated and very proper society.
But it's more of a, he says it's more of a, we need working men, there's no calluses on your hands.
Exactly, yeah.
But it turns out they do need him.
Well,
because one-eyed Willie, he's kind of scared of the shit that's coming aboard.
He said we need workers, not passengers.
Yeah, not smart men.
Okay.
Smart bitches.
Oh, but he does make a good case. He's like, if you ever lose charts, I can use the stars.
That was great.
Yeah, and that was a good convincing point.
Yeah, because he's like, you'd have to know like astrology or...
Yeah.
Am I saying, is that right?
Astrology.
Or astronomy?
Now you've got me confused, but I'm pretty sure it's astrology.
Okay. Dude, I wish I said it under his character.
If he's like, you're a Taurus, aren't you? I can see from here. You're coming at me with all your horns.
Yeah, that was a great scene. I liked his little comeback to shut him up. But then we see, the box is coming in. Yeah. It has like the dragon fucking logo. And the people... Oh, yeah?
No.
Oh. The people bringing the boxes, which could have come from Romania, hand them over, and I think the captain assumed they were coming with him, or they would if he offered them money.
Well,
and they're like, no, this is as far as we come.
It was because they had to leave by sundown. That's why.
Okay. Well, I know that was part of it.
Yeah.
They were like, yo, no, it's almost sundown.
Yeah, we have to fucking dip.
Yeah, we're getting out of here. Yeah. Good luck. Which makes me really want to read the books. I want to know
their backstory.
If Dracula was using them to get there, or if they had somehow captured him
That's
and
what I
was
think.
shipping him off.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, because it seems like Dracula... That's right, because Dracula couldn't sustain. That's why they were all pale. They probably made a deal with Dracula to just say, you feed off of us as a host, and we'll just keep you living.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dracula's probably like, you guys are all going to die soon, and I'm in this secluded castle up here, and I can't sustain on you guys. So I have to move to a bigger city so that I can grow more powerful.
So I think in the book, it's weird. The first few chapters, I'm pretty sure someone goes to the castle in Transylvania or whatever it is, and we meet like Dracula's wives, and it's more about him against them. And I think he leaves during that. So I think he leaves in his own
accord
and buys property in London and shit.
Oh.
I really got to read it.
He's getting his bank account bigger.
Oh, yeah.
Liquid assets.
Nice,
He's trying
because
to
of
get the
the
economy.
blood.
Yep.
Oh,
good. I didn't think of that. And it works as a double entendre.
But unfortunately, the blind dude gets a little scared
Yeah, he gets spooked.
while lifting. I think it was.
Is that what happened? He got scared?
Yeah, he saw the dragon,
the dragon
emblem.
because he's like he
was
drops
like, holy
it.
shit!
He doesn't even apologize because fucking Toby almost dies.
Oh yeah,
and
Toby's
Clemens has to
walking underneath.
jump in the way.
And guess who saves him? Is Clement.
I said that.
Well, I wanted to say it better.
All right, Clement jumped in the way, and
He didn't jump in the way.
he jumped in the way of the air that was going to be displaced from the box falling. And I'm glad Captain Elliot was the guy he was. Toby's father,
Grandfather, I believe.
Toby's grandfather.
Yes.
Because
Mhm.
Captain Elliot was never an asshole. He always observed and came to a conclusion. He never was swayed by fucking Wojak's interjections. He always found the middle point. I like a character like this. I like a character that's in a position of power.
Well, he has
Portraying
more
this wisdom.
experience
Yeah.
and wisdom than Wojciech.
It's beautiful, and I love to see it.
Because we find out Wojciech's second in command and has actually been given the role of captain after this voyage. Because it's Captain Elliot's last voyage.
Yeah. He has to
Little does
retire.
he know it's everyone's last voyage.
Except for Dracula
And Clemens,
and Clemens.
which I don't think anyone actually does survive in the book.
Guys, this is going to be a spoiler review.
Yeah, if it isn't already. Oh, wait. The movie is already... They tell you in the opening what's going to happen. They say no one
Guys,
survives.
yeah, you will actually learn nothing by watching this movie because it tells you.
You could just look up, like, if anyone's taking a shot of that part of the movie,
That's
and
it.
you're good.
And you just read that it's a Twitter post.
And then just have it, because you know how the end of the movie literally ends with the same shot?
Yeah.
You could take everything out in between and just have...
put those together and have a 30-second YouTube video where you've learned everything you need to know.
That's amazing. I love it.
And they still tell a story that's intriguing and maybe that's too big of a word.
Words are hard.
Yeah, and they're long sometimes.
What'd you think of the boat? This was fucking
Both
crazy.
beautiful. The whole set piece, their fucking rain effects and everything.
It was real.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
They built the Demeter.
From scratch?
Yeah.
I thought they just reused a boat and then added some trim that said the Demeter on it.
I don't think so. I think they built that shit from scratch. Because where do you find boats like that?
Laying around.
All over the place. But
There's
like
gotta be
the
10.
statue on the front,
Well, that was added. That's
that was
what
cool.
I thought was
I'm
added.
just saying,
Yes,
like
it
that was
beautiful.
cool.
Yeah.
Holding a lantern,
Nice
fucking giant sails
Yeah.
and captain's
Beautiful.
quarters.
Yeah.
Is it a real thing for people back then to knock to communicate?
I don't know, actually.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, I thought it was a really cool thing, too. I wish they had that in Alien.
Well, apparently that was a big inspiration on
Yeah,
this
no
movie.
shit. They stole everything and didn't make it better than Alien.
Well, no one can make it better than Alien. You crazy.
You could at least make it on par.
Well, at least
'Cause
might
it's
as well
been
wrap
made.
it up. We know what your thoughts are on the
This is my thought on any movie that is Alien.
except Alien.
Yeah, because Alien's is on par with Alien.
Okay.
And if you remake Alien and put it on a boat, make it on par with Alien.
Okay.
Because it's been made already.
So this wasn't Alien on a boat?
This wasn't better than Alien, and I wouldn't say it's on par with Alien.
Well, yeah, okay. Yeah.
And that's a tough...
That's hard
That's
to
a
do.
tough table to turn.
Yeah. It's a tough table to shit on.
Okay, see, I was
Speaking of-
using an alliteration, and you were using
I was
a
trying-
shitteration.
I was trying to get into my next thing. That's why. Because I was going to say, speaking of shit, they got some shitty weather on that boat.
They do have some shitty weather on that boat. But
and it knocks those crates open. So do you think this whole movie was circumstantial?
I thought you were going to say circumcisional.
No.
And I don't think Dracula
because he bites their necks.
Yeah, he bites their necks.
Not their foreskins.
Yeah, that's another folklore.
Cool.
I feel like...
I don't want to know. I mean, I don't have nothing to worry about.
There's a Japanese folklore called a kappa, and it sucks... Wait. It sucks the souls of children out of their buttholes. That's in the folklore. Okay, now. Yeah, they have some bad weather, and it breaks the crates.
How do you leave me with that?
Because you wanted to get back to it.
Now I'm lost.
If they go into like a fountain or...
Oh, yeah. Do you think it was circumstantial? Like, if the storm didn't open the crates?
I know, right? It seems that way.
Because when it happens, we meet Anna.
Yes.
Who they think is a stowaway, as
but
they
she
call
just
her.
fell out one of the dirt crates.
Yeah. So later we find out that she was with Dracula, and we won't get into all of that yet, but she says that she was his food.
Yeah.
And she shows bite marks. I don't know if she shows one on her neck.
I think she shows like a myriad.
There's a bunch of them on her. Which...
And to establish, there's 3 crates in the cargo hold, each with this devil insignia, right? 3?
I think 3 and then maybe one more. Because the one they find with Dracula with the metal, we never see until then.
Yeah, so this might be like 3 crates that they thought was filled with dirt because it cracked open when it fell.
All of them did have dirt.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't see her fall out. She just kind of...
No, she was just appeared.
What was I saying that she was saying?
She was saying she was food.
Oh, food and stuff. So if they didn't go through that storm and break open the crates, do you think he would have just chilled there and not on her?
Been to London and the ship. Unless he needed, that's the thing. He would need to. And
well, so if he was just kind of sucking on her a little bit just to get there.
Just to survive for 4 weeks or whatever it is.
/ maybe there was other women in the other carts that we don't know about that he could have eaten as well.
That's the thing, because he kind of goes crazy when she's taken from him. Maybe he loves his wives. I don't know.
He was feeding.
But, like, he could have at least taken one chicken. Like, if he was taking that little blood.
I don't know if one chicken is as much as a human, though.
One pig?
And maybe because their blood is different than ours, he needs more of it.
He needs, like, human blood, specifically.
Or he knew that he was going to go up against more humans, and I'm assuming he was weakened a little bit. So he had to get like a little bit of energy to start taking off everyone.
So he had a reaction. So when she was found, she was kind of comatose for a bit.
Yeah, she was...
Because Clement is a doctor, so he started doing blood transfusions on her. First off, I've played DayZ before. You know this game?
No.
When you do a blood transfusion, you need to match your blood type.
Oh, yeah, I thought that too. Or else
you pass out.
Well, did they even know that back then, or did they just go for it?
He took a fucking gamble, is what I'm saying.
Well, I'm saying back then, if they had to do that... Yeah, so I'm assuming that's just what they did.
Like, that was a gamble.
Because would they have the science to know
I don't
blood
think
types?
So, no.
So in their minds, that's okay. And then if the other
Sure.
person died, it was more of a, oh, darn, we didn't
But I'm
save
wondering
them.
if that would even be a practice back then if they didn't know, because 80% of the time it would fail.
It has to start somewhere.
But like
and back then, they would make something up just like...
I guess lobotomies were a thing.
Well, think of all the crazy shit people would do back in the day that turned into dentistry.
I'd put a leech on her. I don't know.
Well, that's what I mean.
She had an infection.
Back then, like, that kind of stuff was, if it was new, it was not right.
I guess, yeah.
And unfortunately, they had to figure it out over time and...
Give her an orange. Cures the gout.
All right.
You're on a ship.
No, I thought the same thing.
Yeah. It was ballsy. It was a ballsy move by Clemens. Thank God it worked. Well, so when we see that, though, when we first see him stick a thing in him and then in her, we see Dracula start moving or getting powered up or something. I'm not sure what that scene was trying to tell me as a viewer. Do you remember that?
Sort of. I think maybe it was just
we see him moving in his
to him.
Coffin for the very first time.
Well, is that the first night, though? Because I think because nothing happens the first... like when the storm happens. Yeah. So I'm wondering if they found her during the day, and then when they were doing that, it was closer to night, so he could move.
Interesting, yeah, I wouldn't know.
Because I don't think they were connected.
They had one night when they were drinking and laughing, and that wasn't involving her. They were drinking and laughing, and was playing instruments and singing, and Clemens was there.
Was that the night the storm happened, though?
I think it
I'm
was
not
a
gonna try it.
night. And
Well,
I think
yeah.
that was the first night.
Okay.
And
well,
I don't know if that's when something broke. Right, because the boy brings him down. This is during the night, I believe.
I'm not trying to get into too many details
Okay.
about a movie that we saw.
Well,
in
I'm trying to
theaters.
figure out the answer to our question.
If it's circumstantial or not, or if he's connected to her.
If he's connected to her somehow, or if he, yeah. Like, I didn't know what it was supposed to signify. Just that one clip to Dracula powering up after she's getting a blood transfusion.
I thought it was just him waking up.
Okay. All right, I'll ask the director.
Do it. Give him a call. Say how's it going,
Okay.
and how's your Dracula?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to tell him that you asked.
All right. A lot of people aren't a fan of Anna on that ship.
They're not a fan of Anna?
No, they want to push her off.
They want to push Anna off
That's
because
not-
they said she's
It's not nice. A bad omen.
She's a bad omen.
And everyone's getting
Everyone's
a
gonna-
bonus
Yeah. Oh.
of money if they show up on time.
Well, yes. So this was the driving. They mentioned this a lot. If you made a stop anywhere, much like truck driving today,
Yeah.
you have to be on time. And if they'd make a stop somewhere to drop her off and then continue the voyage, they're wasting too much time and won't get a bonus.
Well, yeah, basically if they're there like a bit earlier than the set date, they get a little extra, and they want that.
And this was used throughout the movie. Like, whenever Captain Elliot was like, okay, let's just fucking stop off and we'll get this done, Wojak would always interwoject,
Yeah.
and say, we're getting the bonus, and everyone agrees, except for Abrams. Abrams was the one that wanted to get rid of the bat. He was very superstitious. I think he was another Scottish man.
And then there's the chef. He was one of my favorites.
Yeah, John.
Was that his name?
No, that's his actor's name. But
Oh.
his name's Joseph.
Joseph.
What was he, like Indonesian?
Okay.
John Briones.
Sure.
That's too far from where they were. I don't know. He had a cool vibe to him. Reminded me of The Raid.
That's a crazy movie. That is a
'Cause
crazy
he had
movie.
like a knife, and I think there was a chef there.
I like chefs. I like food.
I like The Raid.
I like Dracula stalking the bitches on the ship
Why do you call them bitches?
because
Because they didn't want to drop her off?
they are Dracula's bitches. He had them down.
First he had wives, now he has bitches.
It's
On his
Dracula,
ship is-
man.
Yeah.
It's Dracula.
This ship has bitches.
He's the vampire of all vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they all have to take watch at night.
Two of them.
Is it two?
One steers and one looks out for... They were in a storm, so one looks out for waves and islands and shit.
All right.
Yeah.
And they keep seeing like Dracula's legs and shit.
Yeah.
And he starts taking people out. I love the one part where Dracula's under the stairs. I think it's the first guy because it's the guy that turns into a zombie.
Yeah.
And Dracula's just lying there, and he's like, "What the hell is that?" And it's
Yeah.
like crying almost. And
Yeah,
then all of a sudden it just fucking bolts
In a
at him and
fetal
takes
position.
him out.
Yeah.
Did you? I thought it was weird that it took so long for Anna to turn into a vampire. That's why I was wondering if there was a bite mark on her neck, and if that has more significance about turning into a vampire.
Because, yeah, that would just require lore from the source novel about how vampirism takes shape.
I don't think the book gets too far into it. I think it's just this is Dracula.
If he
Like,
dies during the sun, you have to.
I have to read it
You have to explain it. The rules.
because you never know that all the garlic and all that stuff might not be from that book. I have no idea.
I wonder if they have like a special bloodline that they can like resist it.
Well, it's kind of like zombies. Like all the brain eating and stuff didn't come from Night of the Living Dead.
Yes. Yeah.
That was like subsequent
Yeah.
movies and shit. The whole brains thing came from the Return of the Living Dead, which
Right.
wasn't even a Romero film.
Yeah. But-
It was usually just flesh. But yeah, I'm not sure how big into his actual origin the book
Yeah.
gets. But yeah, I thought that was weird. But he feasts on all the fucking animals first before that first attack.
Yeah.
And
And
Clemens-
the dog.
And the dog.
The poor dog.
What's with all these movies we're watching with the poor dogs?
Yeah, just
and
get-
the kid in this one.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Didn't think they would. And they
Oh.
did it fucking crazy.
Go Woody Norman.
Yeah.
Huh. But yeah, the first guy, they find him and they like strap him up and they're like checking him out.
Yeah.
And do they think he's dead or they just
They
leave him
strap
there?
him up, and then I think his eyes will open white.
Yeah, they leave him.
Yeah.
And then he wakes up and he goes after Toby.
Yeah.
Starts bashing his head into the door.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, and then
that
they
was a great
discover him.
scene.
Yeah, he turns around with a bashed nose.
These were great scenes.
Yeah.
What happened after that? Anna finally does tell Clemmings about Dracula, because at this point she wakes up.
Yeah.
And we find out that the village she lived in was basically his playground.
Yeah.
But it sounded like they gave sacrifices to him for him to like
I see.
kind of leave them alone. And that's why he was like, and they gave you to him.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure he asked. Which is fucking mean. What'd she do to deserve that?
Sometimes you have to kill to protect your family.
Well, what if she's the family? That's what I'm saying.
She was the least common denominator.
Oh. That's just mean.
Yeah.
Mean and rude.
You know people who are the least common denominator, don't you?
So, what?
Oh, you're supposed to keep going. That was perfect.
Sorry, I was getting the creamsicle blast in my mouth.
How many times this week
It's
have you...
so creamy.
How many times this week have you said blast in my mouth?
I don't know. I lost count.
Jeez.
I've drank in a lot of those.
Dracula.
I don't know what you were thinking.
Yeah, me neither.
Dirty mind.
That's not me.
So yeah, he keeps killing crew, but it's like one at a time.
Yeah.
Every night.
Like a Moogus.
A Moogus. That sounds fucking scary.
Among Us.
Among Us?
Yeah.
Is that what people call it? A Moogus?
Like the cool memers. Us in our community call it a Moogus.
Oh, you're a cool memer now?
Yeah, our cool memer gang.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's this comes to my first gripe with the storytelling.
Okay.
He's killing people off one by one every night, and this is where you should start pulling from Alien if you're a filmmaker and making a movie like this. Have your crew try something different every night.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was 3 nights in a row where they were just doing the same thing of have 2 men on board, have the other guys sleeping.
Yeah.
One of the guys is going to get killed. Oh no, you figure it out in the morning. Rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Nothing. They never got smart. They never got like a cool grappling gun that can, like a harpoon. They could fire at it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Clip
and they
his
did
wing.
have guns, apparently.
They had fucking revolvers that showed up at 3/4
to be honest, when they did finally try a plan, they just all fucking died.
That's the thing. So it's like I never even got that, oh, your crew's really cool. I was just watching Dracula go through your team and just watch your team take it.
Well, I mean, if this is all they do in life is just carry cargo and like sing it under deck, they're not ready for something like this.
Let me tell you, yes, it's a very realistic what would Dracula happen scenario.
Yeah.
I'm here to be entertained. I know it would be a bloodbath. You don't need to tell me that, movie.
Because we do find out that he's been killing people one at a time to
ration off his blood supply
until he gets to the island, to London.
Smart guy.
But it makes it very slow.
They even find out where he sleeps and go, we found where the devil sleeps.
Yeah, but he's not there.
Set up a trap. Wait. Something.
But what if he's watching so he knows that, so he goes and sleeps somewhere else?
Everybody, let's go stand together in this one room and wait. He has to come here.
He would just slaughter them.
Let's push this on the ground and dump the dirt. Hey, I don't know. Let's set up a mirror system so we can sunlight beam. Anybody got glass? Anybody have a mirror?
Oh, yeah, because I guess they do kind of know about
Every
the sun
one of their
thing.
friends have burned after they've been contracted with vampirism.
Yeah. How does he get to Toby again?
Toby gets swept away at one point.
No, he's randomly in the room. Is it?
Dracula takes Toby specifically and grabs him.
Because he's hiding in the corner, because Toby's in the captain's room. Yeah, because the captain puts Toby... Oh, he's doing... the captain gives Toby his spyglass or whatever.
Oh, yeah, he has to clean it.
And he's like, stay in this room.
And
then he leaves for some reason, because something's going on. And when he goes back, you just see Dracula in the corner, and then he like lifts him up and... fucking...
Straight up bites
everyone comes... Doesn't everyone come in and see it?
Yeah.
And fucking, gnaws on his neck. Gee, oh, man.
Crazy.
I did not see that coming.
And fucking Liam, Captain Elliot does a fucking great job of playing this character after watching his son get killed by this thing, and he just gets destroyed as a person, has no will.
The one part, I'm skipping ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The one part where they go into his quarters and he starts talking about a deal or something of him being brought back. Do you think he actually talked to Dracula at some point, or he just went crazy? Because it almost sounds like he talked to the romantic human Dracula.
Yeah.
But I'm almost wondering if he maybe just dreamt it.
Yeah.
Or something.
And I'm sure Dracula can eat dreams too.
Eat dreams?
Sure, dude.
Or evade them?
Invade them.
Invasion
evade
of
them,
the
dreamy
go into them?
snackers. Invasion of the dreamy snackers. Come on, that's good.
I like it.
Thank you.
I like snacks.
I like dreams.
I like Dracula.
Turtles.
What?
Turtles?
Oh, I like turtles.
Imagine if Dracula had a turtle shell. Kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool. But he turns into a bat.
Yeah. Ha.
The wings were cool in this.
Wings were cool. Dracula looked fucking cool.
Oh, man. The practical effects in this were fucking
Everything
phenomenal.
was nailed with that.
The set was gorgeous. The fucking effects were great.
Yeah, nothing stood out.
It was bloody.
Yep. Rainy.
I think I liked all the characters. Some of them were forgettable.
Some crew members were just fodder for Dracula.
Yeah.
That's what you got to have. But yeah, the ones that stuck out, I think everybody served a cool role.
And I think there are only maybe 2 that I can't remember.
Yeah, and those were the fodder ones.
Yeah.
The one thing that was a little red herring that Anna threw at one point to Clemens was she was saying he can disguise himself as man.
Yeah.
At one point. I was expecting him to be a crew member or disguising himself as a crew member at one point.
They wanted him to be a monster through the whole movie. Because in every iteration you see him as a human.
Have you not watched Stephen King's Mist? The real monster is man.
In that story.
In this world.
That's not our world.
They kind of turned on each other.
That's a fictional world.
They turned on each other a little.
They already didn't like each other at the beginning, some of them.
Bonus. They were money hungry.
All about that money.
All about the bass. No treble.
No treble at all. Yes. I was going to say something, but then I forgot the chef.
The chef. What does the chef do?
He was stupid.
Oh, what'd he do?
He fucked off.
He fuck off?
He fucked off.
Oh, he was a religious guy.
Okay.
And Clemens impressed him when they first met by like quoting the Bible or something, and he's like, "Thank God you're not a heathen."
Doesn't he do something mean before he gets in the boat? Doesn't he push something like whoever, like the person on watch? Doesn't he knock them out and then take off? I'm serious.
Maybe
he
a guy
does something.
says, "Oh my God," because he says we don't take the Lord's name in vain here.
Well, no, because he doesn't want anyone to see him take the boat.
Oh,
so I'm
yes.
pretty sure
before he leaves. I thought when he got on the boat in the first.
No. When he's running,
he knocks out the guy so that there's no struggle.
That was so funny.
It just goes
because it just comes out of nowhere too, and he's like screaming like he's a man of God and whatnot, and it's like, and so you're leaving everyone behind, like,
and then Dracula's just like, okay, there's my meal for the night.
That was cool.
Yeah,
because you just see him in the fucking water rowing, row your boat, and you hear the fucking wings, and I don't think we saw them until then.
And I don't know if I had an edible and it was just kicking in that moment or something, but I think they did what Nope did when it was shots of the sky panning around and cranked up the frames per second in that shot.
Mm-hmm.
It was really hard to tell, but I think
in a good way.
Yes, it was always interesting to see that. I loved it in Nope.
Nope.
Well, if you say so.
And then he gets
he gets cast away.
Does he get just picked up and taken away, or does he get bit? I can't remember.
I think he puts his body up top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he puts his body up in the watchtower.
That was crazy.
That definitely has a name.
In the sails.
In the bird's nest.
There you go.
Oh, I know it,
because it's at the top.
I'm a sailor.
Yay.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, so Toby's dead at this point.
Yep.
We're bouncing around, but they take his body and they're giving him a little ceremony.
Yes, he's wrapped up. And
push him in the water.
They want to push him in the water, and then fucking
Elliot doesn't want that.
Freaks out. He's like, "Wait, I saw him move," and they're like, "Please."
Yeah, you see the wind kind of move the drape, and he's just like, "I saw him move," and they're like, "Dude, shut up.
Just let it go.
Go work on your journal."
And then he opens it up. The fucking kid,
because we know what happens.
Turns into a vampire, attacks him a little, right?
He just sits up because I think he's tied down.
Right. Yeah.
And
then I
think they just
burst into flames.
Yeah.
And
And
the
that
kid's
was-
screaming. It's a long shot of that. Fucking Elliot gets burnt a little bit too.
Oh
He
no,
falls
yeah, that's what
backwards.
happens because Elliot runs and like grabs him and shit,
Yeah.
and then he's like trying to push him away. He's on fire. He's burned. Then they shove him into the water. Toby, not Elliot.
Yeah.
And then we get another shot of the
Him-
kid fucking.
Drowning essentially. He's just
I was
all
about to say
charred.
floating, but no, yeah, he's
floating down.
falling into the sea, and oh my god,
Really cool.
insane!
Yeah. They
In the
killed a kid.
membrane,
They killed a kid.
they did, and a dog, and a chicken.
They did it all.
Who kills chickens? That's insane.
Farmers?
Oh,
It's for a good cause. Chicken nuggets.
no.
Yeah. Those are made out of chicken.
Depending on where you get them.
Yeah, I've seen that one YouTube clip where one of the big chef guys made it out of like bones and like cartilage, and he was showing kids, and he's like, I'm going to make chicken nuggets with these, and then he breads it and makes chicken nuggets. He's like, this is what your chicken nuggets are made of. Do you still want them? And like a lot of them said yes.
Have you shown me that? Because that
No.
rings a bell.
No.
I may have seen that.
It was viral for a bit.
Yeah, that's gross.
I think it was
It's not
Jamie
far
Oliver
off.
or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I remember now. Oh my god. Anything else about the story that popped out? So the final night they make a plan
Yep.
to basically just sink the ship, no?
yes, to do.
So why
Alien.
did they send someone up to the top, the two guys? Remember the two guys are on the top where the sails are?
I guess
And
to,
they just get fucked.
Yeah, I guess to not interfere with. I guess that you take a battle axe to some part of a ship and it starts collapsing. No, he just poked a hole in the bottom. That's
no,
what he
that's
did.
later.
Well, that
But
was
remember
the
the
plan.
one night when there's two guys up in the rafters and they're basically
Yes.
waiting for him? Was that before they made the plan
I
to
think
sink
that was
it?
the same time.
Okay. Yeah,
Because that was a sort of the service distraction, keep them away from the boat
Mm.
as we sabotage the boat.
because Dracula fucks them up.
Yeah.
And yeah, they just no, it's the captain
Yeah.
that takes an axe to the boat.
Yes. Or I think it's Wojak, because he was second in command.
Right.
Wojak, and still I was thinking, I'm like, is this Dracula? Is he not going to do it?
What happened with the captain?
Captain might would have still been shell-shocked, and he kind of says, I want to go down with the boat.
Did Dracula get him? I can't remember.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know actually what happens to him.
Yeah, I can't remember. Maybe it was during the night when he taxed like all of them that he got him.
But I don't remember him burning.
Well, no, because I think the night that he attacks the rest of the crew is the same night that it just
Yeah.
gets sunk, so
Yeah,
we
yeah.
don't
Okay,
see
yeah.
him turn. Yeah.
And I imagine he would have like a final show off. No one had like a good fighting chance with this fucking Dracula.
I almost wanted to say, didn't he shoot himself? But no,
Oh.
that didn't happen.
You might be onto something. Wait.
Did he?
I think it was an off-screen. It might have been like, here's a gun, and I'm walking away.
Because there's a part where he's writing in his journal
Yeah,
again. Oh, guys, this is what happens when I only watch a movie once,
yeah.
especially a 2-hour movie, and we'll
I
get to
told
that.
you should have brought your notes.
We'll get to that. Well, if it wasn't 2 hours, I may remember.
Yeah, that's true. Guys,
Fuck.
stop. Make hour 20-minute movies, please.
But yeah, it eventually gets to that opening scene where the ship's there, but we find out that Clemens actually survived.
Yes.
And he wants to now go after Dracula. So
Yes.
he's in the streets of London,
Very
on
cool.
cobblestone and shit.
Yeah.
He's sitting in a bar. And who does he see?
Who does he see?
He sees Dracula.
Oh, that's right. Dressed up in like fancy man pants.
Yeah, because we didn't really go into detail about when they find his
you didn't.
his crate.
Yeah.
They do find some of his belongings.
Yeah.
And one of the things that the only thing that they show
Was a staff.
is his staff
Yeah.
/ walking stick that
With
had like a
Stoker?
dragon.
Oh, it was like, yeah.
It was a dragon
Makes sense.
handle. So he's sitting in the bar and he looks over and there's a guy just sitting at a
With a-
table and he sees that.
Yeah.
And the hand on it is
Yeah.
kind of
Weird, creepy hand.
Nosferatu.
Yeah. And then he just chases him down an alleyway and walks really fast.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it's assumed that there's going to be a sequel. And no? You
It's
looked
not
it up?
making any money.
Yeah.
Go see this movie. Even just once.
That's the thing. Because I would assume I love the source material. I
would
love
assume
I
so,
love
too.
the setting, and they did this movie nice with some really cool fucking polish. but I think the way they told the story, there was so much reference material a la Alien and fucking something that comes out nightly that attacks in the night.
Yeah.
Fucking this was Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Something that where you have the morning to prepare and then the night comes and you fight these things. You have so much reference material, and I felt like that was the meat of the movie that I was missing out on. Was like a cool crew, so that it wasn't just monotonous of killing, waiting, killing, waiting, killing, waiting. We escaped with a kamikaze.
Yeah.
So that's really what I was missing from this flick, but it was super polished. Acting was great. Everything else was fun, but I was longing for that.
Before we get into full ratings, what did you think of Dracula still being in monster form at the end when he walked away?
He can disguise as man. Fucking use that. Or at least make it kind of obvious that he's a man, but maybe he has elongated fingers. He has the staff that's recognizable by him.
I liked it.
It's just...
And to go against your point, you could say that maybe he did look like a man, but I'm assuming he knew Clemens was there.
Yeah,
so just to make sure that he knew who he was, he just kind of maybe even just showed him
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
that
Just
persona.
drop the disguise for a second, yeah.
And like even, I don't know if he was weak on the boat or if it was all just play.
Yeah.
But if he was like... had to drink blood to like revive again, kind of like a Frank scenario. Maybe he can't turn into human yet,
Right, and he's not.
But I've
there
never
yet.
read the book, so I don't know if he's just full power the whole time or not.
Exactly.
So okay, so you didn't like that either, but you liked the text at the beginning.
Well, no, I buy your explanation.
Yeah,
that he has
just
the
don't know.
capabilities. He just needs to. This is why he's moved to London.
Did you think it was going to be human? Because as soon as I saw the staff, I was like, "Ooh, we're going to see the Dracula from the next movie."
Yes.
And then they showed the monster. I was like, "Okay, all right."
See, but it would have been better. It's not that I didn't like it. It's a missed opportunity.
Another thing that would have sucked is if they picked an actor to do that,
right,
and then he didn't come back for the next movie.
Very possible.
I'm surprised that wasn't an after credits scene, to be honest.
Oh, interesting.
Because that's such a perfect,
Maybe
like,
no
you
one
just see the
waits.
boat,
Yeah.
and then you're like, oh yeah, everyone's dead, and then it's like no one would stay for that ending because they would think everyone's dead, and then it's like no, there is a post credit scene, and then people will go see it again.
Well,
they wouldn't for that.
Oh,
but...
I see. Oh, that's insane. They need to double
right?
down.
You know what I
on-
mean?
No, I know what you mean, but
my train of thought.
no one would pay for that movie twice. To see an end credits, it would call YouTube end credits.
It's not up. How do you know?
You're right.
I don't know.
Because there's no end credits scene.
That's true.
Bazinga.
Damn it.
Oh, man.
Well,
Give your little spiel on your overall of the movie.
I was pleasantly disappointed.
Okay.
I keep going back and forth every time I think about it because I did like everything about it, except it just needed to be squished. 2 hours was a little too long. I didn't actually mind the one kill a night. Up to the point where we find out why. It was like, oh, okay, that's actually pretty cool because they were talking about their rationing a lot of the time. Like when Anna comes, they talk about how
he's sharing
he has to share and shit.
And solely him.
Yeah. But they could have made it at least half an hour shorter, like a 90-minute, like that kind of movie should have been like 90 minutes because up until the third act, or like just before the third act, I was starting to be like, okay, let's get to the juice, like the juiciness. But other than that, everything was fucking awesome, to be honest.
Yes.
The characters were well cast. Dracula was fucking amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
The kills were very surprising, even though we should have seen like the kid's death coming, because we kind of did.
Right, yeah.
But to see it is even crazier.
It made it super impactful.
Which is the two movies that we've seen this kid in, he's had some cool shots. Like when Sarah grabs him and brings him back in the house.
So cool.
God damn.
Yeah, he's not afraid of doing a stunt. Let me see how you chew on this. So when I've been watching a lot of 80s and 70s older movies, and so whenever I think about how much I like the movie, I always have to say or ask myself, was this the movie the first of its kind? And how did it do for being a flagstone sort of point in the genre? And so I always say it's more impressive because that movie did it first. This movie is doing nothing for the first time other than this story, and I think the story is really well told.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else that it's borrowing from movies that has done this before, it is not applying. And I think we should hold a higher standard to a 2023 movie than a 1980s movie 40 fucking years ago. I think
Touché.
At this point, we shouldn't be getting movies that are so mundane in the sort of action storytelling as we got with this movie. So
All
that will
right.
affect my final score.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that final score is 2.3 out of 5.
All right.
Okay? And I think that's fair because I really enjoyed a lot of the set pieces and the acting
Well,
and the lore.
2.5 for me.
There we are.
The
Fair.
music was great. I'll
Yeah,
have to
music
say
was
the
fun.
music was good.
Yeah.
It's the set that blew me
Yeah,
away.
beautiful.
I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy movies that take place on those kinds of boats.
Yeah.
Hook was one of my favorite movies
I need to
growing up.
rewatch Pirates Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one's so
Yeah.
good. I remember seeing that in theaters. That came out when I was in high school.
Oh, nice.
100%.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking great. I'm kind of sad that there probably won't be
Yeah.
a sequel, because I really would have liked to see Clemens go after this iteration
Yeah,
of Dracula.
yeah. Oh, and at least maybe a show spin-off where it's Clemens' main character after Dracula.
That'd be cool.
Do that instead. So fun.
But I would, if any part of you wants to see this movie, I would suggest seeing it once in theaters.
Yeah.
It was a little dark at times too, I will say, but
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to bring that up because it may have been the theater we were in.
Oh, okay.
Because they were using one of the cheaper theaters
And
in our
Yeah.
area. Well, in the movie theater.
And people were on our phones next to them. Us.
Yeah. But yeah, it wasn't on like the big,
Yeah.
big screen or anything. It was in the
Yeah, in the
back corner fucking
little
room,
dingy
which
theater.
most of our
Yeah.
movies have been in the last few months.
Horror's getting hurt by Marvel.
Well, it's just that one fucking theater. It's
Yeah.
our area.
Yeah.
There's movie theaters in other areas that show old horror movies and
true.
shit. Give me that.
God.
Double features and shit.
Check us out on the internet.
Check us out on the internet. You got the Twitter. You got the Instagram. You can listen to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, the Google one.
The Google one, guys.
The Google one.
Google.
The Google. Wow. It's late.
Make sure to click the stars when you see them.
Don't click them. Show them some love.
Guys, make sure to make love to these stars
Just
when you
give
see
them a little.
them. What's that?
It's a look.
Help. Send help.
Man, it's almost bedtime for me.
It's almost bedtime.
That's a lie.
He's been
That's
Brandon.
such a
I've been
lie.
Steven. He's not going to
Not
bed.
anymore. I have been Brandon.
You have
in the
been
past.
Brandon, and I
Yes.
will be Steven.
Will be one
Next
day.
episode, when we do... What are we doing?
Webs of Cobb.
Oh, we're doing Cobweb.
Cobweb.
Guys, get a listen. Get a little listen.
Will it be a masterpiece or will it be a web of shit?
I don't like that visual image you put in my head.
You don't want to picture a web of shit?
And it says Charlotte. No, wait, that's not what it said.
Why would it say Charlotte and shit?
Didn't it say Good Pig? Good Pig was it?
Charlotte's Web.
Yeah, Good Pig.
Wow, you know Charlotte's Web.
I read it.
Oh, yeah, I
Oh.
never read it.
Oh.
I had the movie.
Oh,
the
I had
animated
VHS
movie.
too. Oh, I had the... wasn't there a live action?
Yeah, but that was later.
Oh, I had
I'm
the-
old.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
You're
Thank you.
generous. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks,
Thanks for
everyone.
listening. You're the best.
I'm
you
gonna-
freaking weirdos.
And remember...
And remember, give
give
Dracula some kisses.
Because he's deprived of love.
Nibble, nibble.
Nibble,
Nibble,
nibble.
nibble.
Nibble,
I'm
nibble.
a fan of the nibble.
What do you think Dracula's nipples looks like?
I don't know. We should have seen them.
You're right. He was naked.
He was. He was very Ken doll.
Do you think blood would come out if you milk him?
If he had nipples.
And do you think if you mixed it with milk, it would taste strawberry flavored?
Come on now. That's not right. That's not right, man. That's not right.
You're being super judgmental
That's
right
not
now.
right because you didn't say what kind of milk.
Oh.